Hi, I'm Helga from Helga's Pennsylvania Cooking. Today is another collaboration. It's November Soup Spectacular, and we're going to have a different soup every day of the month of November. So there'll be there's a playlist for this. I'll get that put together so you can check out all the soups of the day for the whole month of November. And the biggest part of this is you can win a crock pot at the end of the month. On the 30th, Diane, the canning nana, is going to be giving away a crock pot. And the way to participate is to comment on every soup video of the day for all 30 days. And random comments will be picked. Furthermore, if you want to up your chances of winning that crock pot, we will have, each of us will have a word of the day. So hashtag WOTD, and what the word of the day for my channel is going to be is Pennsylvania, because you know I'm all about that Pennsylvania life. So word of the day for my soup is Pennsylvania, and that's hashtag WOTD and then Pennsylvania. And November Soup Spectacular collaboration. So you get, like I said, you'll have the chance on the 30th to win a crock pot if you comment on everybody's videos and check what their word of the day is and hashtag those as well. It ups your chances. So who doesn't want a crock pot? I mean, I've got like 3 of them because I use them a lot. So back to the soup. What kind of soup am I doing today? I'm doing Italian wedding soup. That is a wonderful soup this time of year. It's great any time of the year, but it's really nice during the winter. It's a hearty soup. It's centric to this region anyway. Cold region is nothing without Italian wedding soup. So I'm going to show you how to make it from scratch, mini tiny meatballs and all. Let's get to it. The participating channels in this soup spectacular is Diane the Canning Nana, Chris and Larry Homestead, Hedgehog's Homestead, Kettle Kitchen with Tony, Al's Epic Life, Pine Creek Farm, A Homesteading Hustle, Runneth Over Garden and Life, My Back Step, Mudna Mascara Homestead, Pawpaw's Kitchen, Fermented Homestead, Homestead on a Prayer, Rowe and Company, Not for Nothing Homestead, In the Kitchen with Karen, Woman Outdoors, Homestead Dreamer, Old Pecan Homestead, Moonsprout, Homestead Where You Are, Cat Scratch Kitchen, C&C Farms, James Country Living, Our Treasured Home, Where to Begin Homestead, Mayfield Ranch, Inquisitive Farm Wife, Good Times Homestead, Boots and Bounty Homestead, Bare Bones Living, and then the giveaway of the crock pot. So, what goes into an Italian wedding soup? Let's get to it. First thing we're going to do is mix up our beef and pork mixture. Add the oregano and parsley and crumbs and grated parmesan. And our eggs. And some salt. That's to taste, whatever you're comfortable with. And pepper. And we're going to mix that all up good for our mini meatballs. So I have this all mixed in. And now we can start making our little tiny meatballs. You want them to be small because you want them to cook quickly, but you also want them to fit nicely on a spoon as you're eating your soup. So let's get to making meatballs and getting them frying. I'm going to get these fried up and do them in batches until they're done. And while they're doing their thing, we're going to start the other part with the soup. I've got a little oil the bottom of my pan, and we're going to saute up these veggies until they get tender. That's probably going to take about 6 to 10 minutes. Carrots, celery, and onion. We'll get these all going in here and start getting these tender and cooked down. These don't take long to cook, maybe only a minute or two each side, because they are little, and aren't they cute? Another reason I wanted to just say here, I don't have these crowded. When you're doing these or any kind of meatballs and stuff, don't crowd your pan, because then you're not going to get an even cook, and it'll actually take longer than having them spaced out so that they can get the proper heat that they need to cook evenly. My vegetables are tender. I added in a little bit of chicken broth here. At the bottom, I'm just adding my garlic. I'm going to stir that in real quick. I'm using garlic paste, so you can use cloves of garlic. I might also add that this looks like a really big batch. There's a lot, but that's because I'm making a double batch. The recipe in the description below the video has the directions for a single. But when I make a lot, and then I can freeze it. Because yes, this freezes well. So then we'll add in the rest of our broth, and then we will add our meatballs and our pasta. Next thing, we're going to add in our little pasta and meatballs. This is smelling good, guys. The only thing we have to put in yet will be the spinach. We're going to let this go about 10 to 15 minutes till the pasta's getting done, and we'll add our spinach last couple minutes of the cook. These are so yummy, guys. For our last touch, we're going to start adding our spinach. And we're just going to let this go a couple minutes with the spinach, and then our soup's pretty well going to be ready. And you can make this brothier, or less pasta, but I like my soups thicker. Even if it's a clear broth, I like it thicker. You know what time it is. So I've got my wedding soup, and I just threw a little parmesan on top. Let's give it a taste. Look there, see the little meatballs? Holy smokes, this is good. And look, it's super healthy. It's got spinach in it. This is so good. And like I said, you can make it brothier. You can have less pasta. I like mine kind of like this, but you can definitely make it brothier. But this is so good with the chicken broth, and then the added fat from the beef and sausage mixture for the meatballs. Delicious. So remember, this is our November Soup Spectacular. Diane, the Canning Nana, hosted this and got all of us to participate. So every day in the month of November, there's a different soup from all the different channels. At the end of the month, she is doing a crock pot giveaway. To be entered into that, you need to comment on each day's videos with the different channels. She's going to pick a couple random comments through just a random generator. Also, word of the day, hashtag WOTD, and my word of the day is Pennsylvania. So hashtag that with the word of the day, and that'll be included. It'll help up your chances for maybe winning that crock pot. So once again, the recipe will be in the description below the video like it always is, along with links to the other channels that are participating for the month of November for this November Soup Spectacular. Diana Canning Nana, Chris and Larry Homestead, Hedgehog's Homestead, Kettle Kitchen with Tony, Al's Epic Life, Pike Creek Farm, A Homesteading Hustle, Runneth Over Garden and Life, My Back Step, Munda Mascara Homestead, Pause Kitchen, Fermented Homestead, Homestead on a Prayer, Rowe and Company, Not for Nothing Homestead, In the Kitchen with Karen, Woman Outdoors, Homestead Dreamer, Old Pecan Homestead, Moon Sprout, Homestead Where You Are, Cat Scratch Kitchen, CNC Farms, James Country Living, Our Treasured Home, Where to Begin Homestead, Mayfield Ranch, Inquisitive Farm Wife, Good Times Homestead, Boots and Bounty Homestead, and Bare Bones Living are the channels. So check them all out, drop a comment, check out all the different recipes of soup. I mean, like 30 days of soup. I love soup. Mike is soup, but I love soup. So I made a big pot because I'll freeze some for later and I can pull it out whenever I want. Wedding soup freezes just fine. Give it a shot. It's always a crowd pleaser here, and it's kind of a great fall soup. Has everything. So that's our November Soup Spectacular. Check out the playlist and the participating channels. Enter to win and get that crock pot. And enjoy your wedding soup.